Karaoke is a platform for young aspiring singers to shine and express their musical abilities. Tune in to CBC TV8 on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. and repeat it on Saturdays at 2 p.m. and enjoy the performances of these talented young singers.
For the past 19 years, QFM has been sharing with you, learning from you, and together building a community for all mature audiences. That's why we say Q is good for you. To our Q family, we say thank you for staying connected to Q 100.7 FM. QFM is a station of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. CBC, celebrating 60, connecting Barbadian communities. Are you a youth group, 4-H club, school, Cub Scout or Brownie Pack, or any organization or club with children ages 4 to 11 years? If yes is the answer, then we at Fun School, we're looking for you. Let's have fun singing, dancing, listening to amazing stories, doing craft, and so much more. I'm such a kid at heart. But to be part of this fun and exciting new season of Fun School, just simply send an email to Alicia Alves Grant at aa.grant@cbc.bb for further details. Fun School is back, and we're looking for you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Oh, hi. My name is Stacia Whitaker, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist and a member of the Heart and Stroke Childhood Obesity Prevention Coalition. My motto is, when in doubt, leave it out, and it goes for when I'm eating, because sometimes things have ingredients that we're not sure of, and I like to keep it simple. And if I'm eating something and I'm not sure the ingredients in that particular thing, then I choose to leave it out. So I keep my snacking simple with fruit, nuts, or just water. It's easy to remember, there's no added ingredients, and it's also very nutritious. So remember, childhood obesity is real, so choose healthier alternatives. And when in doubt, leave it out.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kia Lewis, General Practitioner and Healthy Lifestyle Advocate. Good nutrition starts at home. So this school year, I want you to consider packing healthy, nutritious snacks and lunches for your children to carry, rather than having them buy them at school. And don't just pack things you think they should have. Have a discussion and come up with things that you both know they will enjoy.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why?
Good morning, I'm Tisha Hines, and this is the CBC Morning Report for Friday, December 8th. In our top story, at a time when Indigenous businesses appear to be disappearing from the local landscape, plans have been put in place to ensure a Caribbean conglomerate that's headquartered here in Barbados survives well into the future. Founder and chairman of Williams Industries, Ralph Busy Williams, has been sharing what's being done.
Williams Industries has not, or it does not intend to be a 50-year company. The company is still staffed and managed by very, very competent people, and I expect that it will continue to grow. And I would like, I wouldn't be around. I would like that all those people who have shares, the value of their shares will increase as the year, and so far for the last 6 years, we have had a steady increase in the share value of Williams Industries, thanks to the competent staff that we have in place, headed by Andrea Walcott.
Mr. Williams has also been giving details into the business model, which has been the linchpin in the group's success. It involves awarding shares to employees who have served the company for 10 years or more.
I will point out that I was told that you cannot just give shares to people because you don't know how productive they were. So my answer to that was, every time you try to give something to somebody because of their productivity, there's somebody else that can disagree with you. So we made a rule. Everybody who stays for 10 years or more going to get shares. And if the person who's getting the shares is not a performer, it's the fault of the management, not the person. So that's how it was settled, and that's how we did. And it's worked great, and of course we have this policy in the company that we share 25% of the profit with all the employees of the company, and the shareholders of the company cannot receive more than 25% of the profit in dividends.
Mr. Williams was speaking at the launch of a book by the name of Building a Stronger Nation in honor of the 50th anniversary of Williams Industries. There is a book signing today at Sky Mall. Coming up on the CBC Morning Report, the United Nations Security Council set to discuss the war in Gaza today. Today's Morning Report is brought to you with the compliments of Jordan's Supermarket.
My friend, You don't plan to get her? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it. Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
I'm Anne St. John, a consultant pediatrician. When packing healthy lunch boxes, do include a fruit, which includes a banana, apple, orange, or grapes to supply fiber. Aim for low-calorie packaged snacks without the mention of flour or sugar amongst the four ingredients on the back label. 1 in 3 children in Barbados is affected by overweight or obesity. Let us join together as parents.
Today's morning report is brought to you with the compliments of Jordan's Supermarket. In more news, the United Nations Security Council is set to discuss the war in Gaza today after the UN's humanitarian chief, Martin Griffiths, expressed concern at the amount of aid reaching the war-torn area.
As UN officials continue to warn that the aid delivery system in Gaza is on the verge of collapse, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres will address the Security Council on Friday after taking the historic step to invoke Article 99 of the UN Charter. He wants the Security Council to declare a humanitarian ceasefire, and negotiations on a draft resolution to that effect are ongoing.
As we are enlarging this international coalition in solidarity with the Palestinian people during these difficult times of this barbaric aggression against our people, particularly in the Gaza Strip. As we told you yesterday that we were putting the final touches on a draft resolution, that exercise was completed yesterday, and our ideas were intertwined with the very important, courageous letter of the Secretary General in which he invoked using Article 99 before the Security Council.
But one key member of the Council, the United States, remains opposed to Security Council action.
The best thing that we can do, all of us, for the situation on the ground is to let the quiet behind-the-scenes diplomacy that's ongoing continue. And that's, we think, the best hope for trying to improve the situation on the ground with regard to humanitarian relief, for getting hostages out, and for trying to move, forward on towards some kind of process.
Negotiations are also ongoing to open Kerem Shalom, a second border crossing for aid to get into Gaza, as the World Food Program estimates that the vast majority of families there are not getting enough food to eat on a daily basis.
Trinidad and Tobago cannot hide behind its emissions. That was the message from TNT's delegates as Minister of Planning and Development Penelope Beckles, as well as TNT's lead negotiator on climate change, were called to account for this country's emissions at the UN Climate Change Conference. CNC3 Television has that story.
As part of the global fight against climate change, Trinidad and Tobago is called to account for its own carbon emissions on Monday at COP28. But more than being scrutinized, it also offered Minister of Planning and Development Penelope Beckles an opportunity to show what progress is being made.
Our state-funded compressed natural gas program in the transportation sector is already contributing to significant greenhouse gas reductions, and we are already in the process of electrifying the public bus system.
TNT's lead climate negotiator, Kishan Kumar Singh, outlined a knowledge management system which allows carbon-emitting sectors in this country to give data to the EMA on a voluntary basis.
After that is done, the data is then aggregated according to sector and submitted into a registry that will be open to the public once this system is enshrined into the legal framework.
He would go further in saying climate resilience is being adopted in different sectors of society.
Climate risks are now going to be integrated into each sectoral planning strategies. And we hope over time that those risks would be minimized through building resiliency in each sector, whether it's health, agriculture, infrastructure, and so on. So it's a true integration of climate change into the national development process.
Progress itself to net zero may be slow, but TNT isn't lagging too far behind the rest of the world.
Well, coming up on Morning Barbados, we're going to tell you all about Dance Fest, the Rebirth, and DJ Sound Clash. Give you an official review of how it went. It's a fresh Friday on Morning Barbados, so we have some brand new music coming your way that you want to be a part of. Plus, the CBC What You Gonna Give Me for Christmas promotion is coming up. It's your chance to win. And Watch Out My Children. It's a focus on the family. We'll tell you how you can become involved. Plus, we're telling you all about the Wheel of Wishes, compliments of CIBC First Caribbean. That's all at 6:30. But next, we have more news, sports, and weather. Stay with us.
Kids Karaoke is a platform for young aspiring singers to shine and express their musical abilities. Tune in to CBC TV 8 on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. and repeat it on Saturdays at 2 p.m. and enjoy the performances of these talented young singers.
For the past 19 years, QFM has been sharing with you, learning from you, and together building a community for all mature audiences. That's why we say Q is good for you. To our Q family, we say thank you for staying connected to Q 100.7 FM. QFM is a station of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. CBC, celebrating 60, connecting Barbadian communities.
Panic buying is being blamed for scarce chicken supplies on supermarket shelves. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul, remains adamant there is no shortage. He was speaking during an interview with CBC News.
One of the mistakes I think was made by some persons is that once we use the word shortage, consumers react to it. So for instance, a person who might normally say pick up two packs of chicken will pick up 3, 4, right? And I think that what's been happening is that you have a situation where as soon as chicken goes on the shelves, it comes off because people are buying more. However, I want to assure the consumers that really we have put additional placements in at Christmas time to cater to that increased demand for poultry. And certainly, we don't believe that consumers themselves should fear of any shortage whatsoever.
Mr. Paul anticipates there will be an adequate supply of typically in-demand items for the Christmas season, such as poultry and pork. However, he says if there's a shortfall, arrangements have been made for them to be imported, similar to what was done recently with eggs.
Yes, we brought in 3 containers of eggs. There's additional 3 containers to come in. So you could see the industry is not, just playing footloose. We are recognizing where we are at, and if there are difficulties in the industry, we are making arrangements to cover any shortfalls that we might have locally. So again, when it comes to the eggs, there should be adequate supplies of eggs coming in for the holidays. So consumers, again, need not worry about that.
As it relates to vegetables, Mr. Paul says there's always some uncertainty because of the weather.
And I think that what we need to see is a larger number of entomologists coming into the industry who can advise farmers properly. Because, for instance, the pest profile tends to change once the rain starts to fall. And then sometimes if farmers are not using the correct herbicides or whatever, you can have problems to treat the pests that are actually coming on. So that is a challenge. At the moment, for instance, I can tell you that we see potato crops were coming on looking good, but you don't know if the weather was what can happen. So there are challenges, but we have to play it day by day at this time being so close to Christmas.
Meanwhile, restrictions in the Panama Canal continues to be of great concern for local business sector. Drought in the canal zone is impacting the trade route water levels and is causing delays within the global supply chain, and the Canal Authority has cut daily transit numbers. The restrictions could last until 2028. President of the Barbados Private Sector Association, Tricia Tannis, says the retail sector is on the rebound, but there are concerns as dry bulk cargo is affected.
Season is progressing smoothly with the usual slow start to December that has been a recent pattern immediately after the Black Friday and Independence season sale events. There's still a concern about the restrictions occasioned by the operations in the Panama Canal, which will extend into early 2024 based on recent reports and possibly for the foreseeable future, depending, of course, on rainfall levels in the canal. Fortunately, though, normal containerage is not as affected as dry bulk cargo, but the restrictions to 18 containers daily or so will extend lead times for cargo.
Tannis says the upward momentum in the tourist sector is encouraging.
Overall, the retailing sector has gradually recovered, but is yet to generally achieve pre-pandemic levels. There is renewed hope that the upward momentum in the tourism season redounds to a more buoyant 2024 as the positive outturn, an upswing, trickles down, as it were, to the retail and distributive sectors.
Danilo Hutchinson, better known as DJ Hutchie, is now a member of the 98.1 The One family. He met with CBC's acting head of radio, Derry Bowen, earlier to sign his contract with the station. He's very excited about this new journey.
I'm happy to be a member of the staff, and you guys can look forward to good energy, good vibes, and some interactive shows. Sure, so stay tuned.
In welcoming DJ Hutchie to the team, as Bowen revealed, he will fill the afternoon slot.
We are committed to enhancing our overall listener experience, and we are excited to have DJ Hutchie as part of the fold, the family here at 98.1 The One. We expect great things in the afternoon. We have our existing clients and sponsors, and we will continue to forge or strengthen those ties with those clients and those sponsors. But of course, looking forward to welcoming and embracing new clients and forging ties with them as well with the addition of DJ Hutchie to 98.1.
Welcome to him. The 2 percentage point increase in the Antigua and Barbuda sales tax will be enough to fund the salary increase to public sector workers next year. That's the confirmation from Finance Ministry officials who recommended this increase as part of a raft of measures to improve the country's revenues. Financial Secretary Rosona Davis-Crump says the sales tax increase is expected to yield at least $14 million in additional revenues per annum. We hear more from this ABS television report.
The total 14% increase to public sector workers will cost the Treasury some $32 million per year. Without getting additional revenues, this added cost on the public purse would worsen the country's fiscal position. That's because the country's tax revenues as a percentage of its overall economic output, or its GDP, is the lowest among countries which use the EC dollar.
So 25% of GDP is what we look at. As I indicated, we are 14, 15%, so we're 10 percentage points away from that. At this point, I would be happy with 20%.
That's why Financial Secretary Rosona Davis-Crump and her team have recommended increasing the ABSD rate from 15 to 17%. It will raise at least an extra $40 million per year, which would cover the increase to public sector workers and contribute to additional government revenues. Apart from the increase in the rate, Finance Ministry officials have also recommended widening the ABST base while keeping zero-rated items unchanged.
Standardizing the rate will be 17% across the board. So that's a part of broadening the base. There are also some areas where the ABST was not applied prior to now, and in broadening the base, we will capture those in ABS, and that's more in respect of the tourism side of things. So it's not for the locals, it's more for visitors coming in.
The ABST was introduced in 2007 and has been at 15% since. Apart from the ABST, another proposal from the officials relates to so-called sin taxes.
Excise tax on alcohol, tobacco, and cannabis products is something that was recommended as well. And we are hoping that that will be taken because, again, as you call it, the sin tax. And it certainly has an impact on health and ultimately will affect the Celeste Bird Medical Center when you talk about the impact on health and non-communicable diseases and so forth. And we do have a heavily subsidized health system. So we do need to ensure that, one, hopefully this discourages, with the excise tax, it discourages, and if it does not, we generate revenues to help fund the health care that we're going to need to provide at some point in future.
Mrs. Davis-Crump explains why now is the time to act.
We have to take action, and we want to take action now before there is a major crisis. We do not want to get to a point where we can't pay salaries, for instance. That's not something we want to do.
Barbados government is making good on an election promise to work speedily towards the decriminalization of cannabis. It will also explore potential economic benefits of the industry. MTV News reports.
During the 2023 budget presentation, Minister for Finance, Honorable Dennis Cornwall, announced that government is moving ahead with plans to legalize cannabis.
We remain firmly committed to diversify our economic base and in finding new modes of economic growth and transformation. In this regard, we are moving ahead with our plans to legalize and decriminalize cannabis to support the exploitation of the plant for medicinal purposes. New legislation to advance this agenda is expected to come on stream during the first quarter of 2024.
This is a welcome disclosure for the Rastafarian community, and according to Bongo Ruan, Secretary of the Cannabis Commission for the Rastafarian Committee, is pleased with the progress so far.
And now that through the budget, it said that the first quarter of 2024, they're going to make way to start legalizing a portion of it and decriminalize the cannabis, removing the, as I say, the draconian law that been on the people of Grenada for so many years, especially the Rastafari community. And for so many years, they have deprived the Rastafari community from growing financially and economically.
In sports, Kensington Oval has received a passing grade by the International Cricket Council as one of the host venues in the Caribbean for next year's T20 World Cup. ICC officials did a walkthrough and inspection of the facility yesterday. CBC's Anne-Mark Goodrich-Boyce was there and files this report.
Kensington Oval has been tested, approved and trusted as one of the host venues for next year's ICC T20 World Cup. And this morning there was an inspection of the facility, and from all reports, officials are pleased with what they have seen. ICC's senior manager Tulsa Woodham described Kensington Oval as a world-class sporting venue and has expressed delight with the Barbados government and the Barbados Cricket Association for maintaining its high standards. He said at this stage the ICC is satisfied with Kensington as one of the host grounds.
We've had a good presentation this morning from BCA, also some government officials as well. So it was heartening to see that everything seems to be on track and where we would like it to be. We're reviewing, as I said, all the aspects of the venue to make sure that our requirements fit the purpose of what we need. So everywhere from players and match officials areas to media, hospitality, the ground itself, and even the training facilities which we saw yesterday. So we just want to make sure that we are here to deliver, and with our host Cricket West Indies, an exceptional, safe, secure and exciting and fun global event, which is what we want to do in 2024.
From a Cricket West Indies point of view, Head of Operations KJ Singh said a preliminary inspection was done in April, which covered areas such as the players' quarters, pitch, outfield, hospitality boxes and broadcast booths. And on this second assessment, the region's Mecca has passed the test.
It seems like everything is in place so far. From our venue inspection yesterday at the practice facilities, we're on track. And definitely here, I mean, as we're hosting the West Indies versus England tour, next stop is here in Barbados. We have the privilege to bring the ICC to a almost completed stadium to host an international match, which they're pleased with. And from the indications this morning from both the from COMI, BCA, and government representatives, everything seems to be on track right now.
Singh said the T20 World Cup being held in the Caribbean provides the opportunity for the islands to improve their stadiums in line with the ICC requirements. He also revealed that digital boards and cable suspended camera systems will be in place, adding to the experience for viewers at home.
It'll be all 360 LED perimeter boards, in addition to LED sight screens being installed. As Tulsa mentioned, this is a world-class event, and like anywhere else hosted in the world, ICC are going to bring these standards in place to showcase Kensington, Barbados to the world. Spectators that run out of that opportunity to buy a ticket, there are going to be fan parks from a promotional and marketing perspective around the country, where big screens are set up and will bring that vibe. We're second to none in entertainment, especially from a cricket perspective.
After being the venue for the ODI final in 2007 and the T20 final in 2010, the main question is still to be answered: whether or not this iconic venue will host the final of the ICC T20 World Cup. Anmar Goodrich Boyce, CBC Sports.
Thank you, Anmar. Let's take a look now at today's weather. The barometric pressure stands at 13.7 millibars. It's a cool 25.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 92%. The wind direction, east at 22 kilometers per hour. The present weather, cloudy with slight haze. Sea conditions, moderate in open water with swells ranging from 1.5 to 2 meters and increasing. And here's a look at how the tides roll in today. Be careful as you head out for your early morning sea baths today. General conditions for Barbados, mostly cloudy with breaks of sunshine, a brief scattered moderate to heavy showers, and a very slight chance of isolated thunderstorms. Pretty much the same into the evening period is what you can expect. Some isolated thunderstorms could be expected a little later this evening. Our next newscast is Newsday at 12 noon on TV8, followed by The World at 1 via our radio network of stations on 100.7 FM, 98.1 The One, and 94.7 FM. Today's morning report was brought to you with the compliments of Jordan's Supermarket. Thanks for viewing. Morning Barbados is next.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning.
It's Friday, December 8th. Good morning to you. Good to have you in company. I'm Tisha Hines, and I'll be here with you for the show until 8 o'clock this morning. Certainly hope you had a wonderful night's rest and you're ready and roaring to go for the day ahead. I've recognized here in Barbados that the traffic is very, very heavy. We had lots of rain and so on over the last few days, so be careful as you head out. We wouldn't want you to, be further delayed by any accidents or any such thing. And of course, rain is on the horizon, as you heard in the weather forecast. So make sure that you are prepared for that as well as you take the little ones to school and head off to work. Or if you're at home and retired, take a little time to yourself. Well, we're going to have a great show today, but we want to start in the spirit of the season. Of course, everybody wants something new in keeping with Barbadian tradition. Christmas time is that time of year where, you might be thinking, I need a little something here in the kitchen, something needs sprucing up. Well, we have just the thing for you. So help me welcome from CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, Rico Griffith and Gersine Watts. us. They're joining us to tell us all about the Wheel of Wishes Christmas campaign 2023. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Tisha.
Thanks for
Good morning,
having us.
Barbados.
Good morning, Barbados.
All right, wonderful to have both of you with us. Now, tell me all about this. It seems so enticing already. The Wheel of Wishes. I'm going to start with the lady first. Gersine, talk to us about what it's all about.
So for the month, well, the promotion started from November and it's actually running until December 29th. And eligible clients of the bank actually have the opportunity to win some awesome prizes. And eligible clients, meaning persons that would have availed of any consumer loans from us during this period.
Oh, that sounds pretty exciting. So tell us how people are able to capitalize on this at this time of year. And of course,
Right.
we could take that from Rico, so we bring him into the
Sure.
conversation as well.
Yeah, so all clients are applicable to submit a completed consumer loan application to First Caribbean during this promotion period with all the required documents and receive a loan approval. The consumer loan must be for general purposes, so whether you want to change that car for Christmas, purchase that land, the consumer loan could be for travel. You know, you may want to spruce up the house, you want to do some renovations, paint the home, whatever the general purpose need. You must submit that application and meet the minimum loan criteria as outlined under the eligibility. That is a loan, personal loan greater than US 10,000 Barbados dollars, or an auto loan 20,000 Barbados dollars or more, or even land loans 40,000 Barbados dollars or more for a minimum of 5 years, and you can be eligible for our Wheel of Wishes Christmas promotion. No one leaves empty-handed this Christmas.
It definitely sounds that way. I love the name to start, the Wheel of Wishes, because we all have our Christmas wishes, and it seems as though CIBC First Caribbean International Bank is certainly working to make our wishes come true. Now, talk to us about the period within which we can get this done, because I know usually if you're going to come in to make things happen, then you must do it before a certain cutoff time to be able to make it happen. So, Gersine, wrap up the dates for us.
Right. So as I would have mentioned before, the promotion concludes on December the 29th. So we are asking, well, I think the time frame is reasonable because Christmas is the 25th of December. So we are asking clients to get your applications in as soon as possible so that you can participate in this awesome campaign that we have going. I mean, who wouldn't want to just apply for a loan and automatically be entered to have the possibility of winning our grand prize, which is a trip for two to Miami? And if you don't get the trip, then you do have some awesome prizes in there that you can also get as well.
Let's go through the loan process. I know sometimes people can feel as though it's a little strenuous, but the important thing is to come in prepared. So tell us, Rico, if there's someone who wants to inquire, do they have to make an appointment to come in? Can they walk in? Share with us what exactly needs to be done and what they can bring to capitalize on this offer.
Yes, thank you, Tisha. Of course, we have locations all across Barbados that are conveniently open for persons to walk in. That's the Spikestown branch, the Whole Town branch, the Warrens branch, Broad Street. We have Sheraton and the Wildy branch. You can make an appointment with any sales specialist or business development officer, even a relationship manager, or you can simply walk in. We welcome phone calls and we welcome walk-ins as well. And when you're coming, you can, to accelerate the process, you can make sure you walk with proof of identification. That is a valid passport or a national ID card. You walk with proof of address, which is a utility bill or driver's license, recent statement from a financial institution no older than 3 months, and confirmation of your assets and liabilities. So if you have savings, if you have loans, credit cards, you walk with those statements, and your confirmation of employment, job letter, And if you're paid monthly, we would want one pay slip for the most recent month. Or if you're paid weekly, we would want the last 4 weeks or 5 weeks pay slip to cover an entire month. And of course, if you're looking to purchase that car, you can bring along the performer invoice and valuation, or if you're buying appliances or what's not, documentation to support the loan purpose. Now, of course, we will walk you through this together, and you may not have everything, but we want you to come in and have that initial conversation so that we can let you know what additional information we would require, and we commit to respond to you within 48 hours. So that's within 2 business days, we commit to respond to you. So now is the time to get those inquiries and applications in, because before we know it, it will be the 28th to 29th of December, which is the last working day of the month and of the year, actually.
For a moment there, Rico, you weren't even sure about the dates because it's going by so quickly. So, I mean, even as we speak, the time is speeding by, so there is no time to waste. Now, Gersine, must we be members of the bank in order to apply, to capitalize on this Wheel of Wishes initiative?
No, you do not have to be a member of the bank. We can facilitate loan applications for clients that do not bank with us. Of course, if you are successful with your application, we will encourage you to actually open an account with us to facilitate payments to the loan facility. But you do not have to be a member of our bank to actually apply for a credit facility with us.
All right, so that is good news. So, take all of this in and plan accordingly. I know that you have your eyes on things that you wanted to get and maybe they seemed out of reach. Now here's an opportunity to be able to get them within grasp in this Wheel of Wishes Christmas campaign from CIBC First Caribbean International Bank. Remember, you have up until the 29th of December to get those applications in. What I love about the initiative and through this particular bank is, of course, Rico, that because you guys lead the charge pretty much in a number of ways in terms of digital banking and your offering, even as people are able to come in and inquire about these things, equally as much they can get online and find out about what's happening. And, once the loan facility comes into place and so on, it makes it a whole lot easier to be able to do things quickly in terms of transacting their business.
Yes, definitely. You can visit our website, cibcfcib.com, and you can even sign up for a loan online. Yes, and when you do that, you can select which branch you want to do, and that application will be routed to the specific branch and officer, and we will be sure to make contact with you via call or email and carry the process from there. So we make it easy. If you're in the area, you can come in, and if you're at home, it's Christmas, it's busy at work, you can, during your lunch hour, you can log on and apply online as well with CIBC First Caribbean.
Well, I love that. You don't even have to wait until the bank is open. I know since COVID, we've had some, shortened hours. And for some people, they run away from long lines. So, Gersine, I'm sure you would want to encourage them. As we said before, and we'd like to reiterate that they should absolutely make that appointment to come in so they don't have to come and wait around. And where possible, use the facility online to be able to make it happen.
Of course, of course. We, as you rightfully said, we are leading the charge in the digital space. So typically for me, at least 95% of my client meetings are done virtually. So yes, you do have the opportunity to apply online. And if for any reason you cannot actually visit our spaces physically, we can facilitate you virtually.
All right. Well, when I was talking about virtually, I was talking about maybe checking out information and filling out a digital form. But I had no idea that you can also do the application through an online visit with your customer rep. So tell me a little bit more about that, Gersine.
Of course. So for us, we know that time is money. And in my space, I deal with, professional clients. And so for me, it's a no-brainer to have my meetings online. It's easier and you're more accessible that way. You save time. doing a commute to and from offices. So once clients are interested, I am happy to serve them by sending them a meeting invite, and we can have a meeting online via any channel that might be convenient for them.
All right, we want to make sure that all of your wishes come true this Christmas season. So make sure you reach out to First Caribbean International Bank to be a part of this Wheel of Wishes Christmas campaign 2023. I know that there are some people who are, as we say in Bajan parlance, turning around in the kitchen, getting ready in and out of the bathroom. So Rico, remind them of these 8 prizes that are up for grabs.
Yes, a successful applicant whose application is received during the promotion period is applicable to spin the wheel, a virtual wheel, to win one of the following prizes: US $100 shopping vouchers, or US $200 or in cash, up to $500 US cash. You can win a reduced interest rate. You can win 50% off your loan application fee, or even no application fee at all. And of course, we know that the grand jackpot prize is the trip for 2 to Miami. But even if you do not win the trip for 2 to Miami, you have 8 options that you can spin the wheel and win. And whatever option the wheel ends on, that prize is yours. So that is US 100 in cash vouchers, US 200, US 250, US 500, or even a reduced interest rate, 50% off your loan application fee, or no application fee at all. So for CIBC First Caribbean is putting cash back in your hand this Christmas season.
Like it in Barbados, everybody wants cash in their hand, right? Absolutely. Final word for you, Gerstine. We started with you. I'll let you end here just for now in reminding everybody why this is the best option for them for everything they're looking at, whether it's, like you said, small or large appliances to spruce up the home. Maybe you wanted to get a piece of land. Whatever it is that you want, your wishes are well within your grasp at CIBC First Caribbean International Bank.
So I just want to take this opportunity to invite everyone who is looking for some form of financing, especially during this Christmas time, to come on down to CIBC First Caribbean. You are going to benefit from awesome customer service, and as you heard before, we are flexible. So if you cannot come to our offices physically, we'll be sure to take care of you virtually. Wouldn't want to have a bonus just for applying for a loan. You have the opportunity. I mean, there are no losers here. You have the opportunity to put some cash back into your pocket, or to win a trip to Miami for 2. So come on down. You can give me a call at 417-5598 or 234-9472.
All right, I want to thank you both, Rico Griffith and Gerstine Watts, ably representing CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, talking all about the Wheel of Wishes promotion that runs right up until the 29th of December for the application process. So make sure you get those applications in, and it's so refreshing to hear that we can do all of that online as well. So thank you for coming through. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Just letting you know, I'm free already for that trip. So I don't know if you're going to win the trip if I get in there, because I'm going off on vacation today, and it's just going to work out for me, guys. You should still apply. I might take one of the viewers if I feel to, but yeah, but thank you for coming in and sharing with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right, good stuff. How about that? It's always great to have good things happening around Christmas time. So make sure you check out CIBC First Caribbean. Go look on the website and see how they can make your dreams come true. We're going to take a break, and when we come back here on Morning Barbados, we're telling you all about Watch Out My Children, a focus on family. That's next.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Are you a youth group, 4-H club, school, Cub Scout or Brownie Pack, or any organization or club with children ages 4 to 11 years? If yes is the answer, then we at Fun School, we're looking for you. Let's have fun singing, dancing, listening to amazing stories, doing craft, and so much more. I'm such a kid at heart. But to be part of this fun and exciting new season of Fun School, just simply send an email to Alicia Alves Grant at aa.grant@cbc.bb for further details. Fun School is back, and we're looking for you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Barbados on this December 8th. Good to have you in company, and we're getting well into the Christmas season. Usually around this time of year, we tell you don't forget the reason for the season. And coming up next, we're going to give you a wonderful reason to be a part of an upcoming event that will focus on the family, really. The topic for this particular event is going to run over 2 days, is Healthy Families Make Healthy Societies, and it's coming up today and tomorrow. To tell us more about it, Dr. Anne Gillies, ordained pastor, international speaker, author, founder of Restoring the Mosaic, and Philippa Davies, attorney at law and founder of #Marriage Matters Jamaica. Good morning and welcome to Morning Barbados.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Wonderful to have you with us. First of all, tell us a little bit about the focus on the family and what's coming up this weekend. I'll start with you, Ms. Davies.
Well, thank you very much. Well, first of all, I would just say 2 words: worldview matters. And by worldview, I mean how we each see the world and how we engage with it. Individuals have worldviews, but nations and their laws and policies also reflect a worldview. And what we say is that it's important for citizens to engage robustly in the marketplace about matters that concern them, whether it's family or economics. And what we say concerning the family is that the worldview that leads to human flourishing must preserve and allow for the strengthening of the family, because the family is the foundation of society. And that's what we want to focus on this weekend. We want to look at what is that worldview that will lead to human flourishing within the family, and what concerns there are in the Caribbean and across the world concerning laws and policies that could affect the well-being of the family.
A very interesting topic that goes along with it, or heading, Watch Out My Children. Dr. Anne, tell us more about that and the meaning behind having that particular title.
I think one of the things that we really want to talk about is the views and values of concerned parents and grandparents. And we want to talk about how children are led by social media, by school curriculum, and even just the various things that they're engaged in, but particularly on the area of very aggressive sexualization. And so we want to protect children. And so understanding the effects of pornography and different things like that on the brain. So we're going to have a really interesting time at this conference, because we have several different areas of expertise, and you talk about a lot of different things that are going to be very interesting to parents.
Ms. Davies, tell us how people can get involved. I understand that it's going to be happening at the First Baptist Church on Constitution Road, but how can others become involved in what's happening over the weekend?
Well, it's wonderful that the symposium is free to the public. And for all this wonderful, rich information, I would encourage Barbadians to come out in their numbers. They need to register online, and they can go to the website, themarciaweeksshow.com, themarciaweeksshow.com, and register. But if not, as you said, we're going to be at First Baptist Church on Constitution Road starting at 6:30. So I'm really encouraging everyone to come out and to take the opportunity to receive information from our different perspectives. I'm from Jamaica. We have a speaker from Trinidad and Tobago. We have Dr. Gilles from Canada. We have Mr. Glenn Stanton from Focus in the Family in the US. And so it will be a wide perspective on experiences, but also what is happening on the ground affecting law and policy and the well-being of children, men and women, and the family.
Dr. Ann, just to talk a little bit more about how important it is for a session like this to be happening at this time. There's a lot of talk about the church not being present in many of these conversations. So what would be your response, considering that you are taking a lead, more or less, in starting the conversation in a place where it needs to be, which is talking about how healthy families can impact our societies generally?
Well, yes, I do believe the church needs to be really involved, because the church is all about, the church is the people. And so those who are Christian believers, or those who are just have interests and concerns for their children, need to be involved and need to have a deeper understanding of the family and what can be happening kind of behind the scenes. So we're just really, we want to invite different churches, churches. Anyone's welcome to come and listen, because this really is an information time and a time of deep learning in some areas. So yes, to encourage the church community to attend. And we have seen the church in different countries kind of take a back seat, and we'd like to see that changed, because really the church and pastors and spiritual leaders are to be the shepherd of their congregation and to protect those people, and particularly the most vulnerable among us, which are our children. So we really encourage pastors and church leaders to.
But I would imagine it's open to just about anyone to be able to come out and be a part of the presentation. Back to you, Ms. Davies. Let's break down precise times and things like that. Do people need to register online, or can they just show up? And what times will we look out for today and tomorrow?
Right. So it's always good to register online, but if you're not able to, because we are on a Friday, still come down and attend the sessions. So we'll be starting at 6:30 this evening, going till about 9. And then tomorrow, Saturday, it will be the whole day, starting at 9 a.m. and going till 6:30.
Let's reinforce those speakers who are going to be a part of it. And are there specific topics that each speaker will be dealing with? Or is it just across the board? Because it's always interesting to find out some of the specific topics that you're going to be looking at.
Right. So we're trying to touch on as broad a range of topics. So my focus will be law and policy and experiences and developments that we have seen in the Caribbean and across the Western world. Dr. Gilles is a therapist, and so she has particular expertise in dealing with children. We have a pastor from Trinidad and Tobago who is also very active in the public space in that nation. And then Mr. Glenn Stanton from Focus on the Family will also bring that broad policy and engagement with matters affecting family and faith and freedom from that organization. And that's a long-standing organization in the US, their perspective on these issues as well.
All right, wonderful stuff. I know that there are many of you coming from different nations, so it's really wonderful that we can show that even though we are separated in terms of where we are, we're still battling with similar concerns when it comes to families and our societies, Dr. Ann. I think we've lost Dr. Ann there for a moment. Those things happen with technology. So in closing, back to you, Ms. Davies. I'm going to give you the opportunity to reinforce to everyone why they should come out today and tomorrow and be a part of this Watch Out My Children, a focus on the family, the Watch Out My Children organization hosting Glenn Stanton from the focus on the family and giving lectures on the family, the foundation of our society.
Absolutely. This concerns you, my friends from Barbados. I was going to say fellow Jamaicans, but this concerns you, friends from Barbados, because this is about your children. This is about your future. And as I said, worldview matters. What is the worldview of the laws and policies that govern your nation? And so you want to be informed so that you can respond and that you can exercise your democratic freedom to engage in the public space to ensure that the laws and policies that affect you and your children in the future will lead to human flourishing and that will preserve your freedoms. So please come out, be informed and engage, because this is about the family.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And again, it comes off today and tomorrow, and it's at the First Baptist Church on Constitution Road. Friday, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So pretty much very long sessions, but different topics that you can delve into and be a part of it. Registration might be a little late, but they're still encouraging you to come out. Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing with us. And I know that Glenn Stanton wanted to get in with us, Director of Family Formation Studies at Focus on the Family as well, but due to some technical challenges, he wasn't able to get on. So we want to thank all of you for sharing with us today and making the effort.
Thanks for the opportunity. All the best to you.
And to you, thank you. We're going to take a break here and come back on Morning Barbados. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
Oh, hi. My name is Stacia Whitaker, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist and a member of the Heart and Stroke Childhood Obesity Prevention Coalition. My motto is, when in doubt, leave it out, and it goes for when I'm eating, because sometimes things have ingredients that we're not sure of, and I like to keep it simple. And if I'm eating something and I'm not sure...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 2 minutes after 7 o'clock. Time now for an update of the news. At a time when indigenous businesses appear to be disappearing from the local landscape, plans have been put in place to ensure a Caribbean conglomerate that's headquartered here in Barbados survives well into the future. Founder and chairman of Williams Industries, Ralph Busy Williams, has been sharing what's being done.
Williams Industries has not, or it does not intend to be a 50-year company. The company is still staffed and managed by very, very competent people, and I expect that it will continue to grow. And I would like, I wouldn't be around I would like that all those people who have shares, the value of their shares will increase as the year, and so far for the last 6 years, we have had a steady increase in the share value of Williams Industries, thanks to the competent staff that we have in place, headed by Andrea Walcott.
Mr. Williams has also been giving details into the business model, which has been the linchpin of the group's success. It involves awarding shares to employees who have served the company for 10 years or more.
I will point out that I was told that you cannot just give shares to people because you don't know how productive they were. So my answer to that was, it would, every time you try to give something to somebody because of their productivity, there's somebody else that can disagree with you. So we made a rule. Everybody who stays for 10 years or more going to get shares. And if the person who's getting the shares is not a performer, it's the fault of the management, not the person. So that's how it was settled, and that's how we did. And it's worked great, and of course we have this policy in the company that we share 25% of the profit with all the employees of the company, and the shareholders of the company cannot receive more than 25% of the profit in dividends.
Mr. Williams was speaking at the launch of a book entitled Building a Stronger Nation in honor of the company's 50th anniversary of being in existence. There's a book signing today at Sky Mall. Panic buying is being blamed for scarce chicken supplies in supermarket shelves. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul, remains adamant there is no shortage. He was speaking during an interview with CBC News.
One of the mistakes I think was made by some persons is that once we use the word shortage, consumers react to it. So for instance, a person who might normally say pick up two packs of chicken would pick up 3, 4, right? And I think that what's been happening is that you have a situation where as soon as chicken goes on the shelves, it comes off because people are buying more. However, I want to assure the consumers that really we have put additional placements in at Christmas time to cater to that increased demand for poultry. And certainly, we don't believe that consumers themselves should fear of any shortage whatsoever.
Mr. Paul anticipates there will be an adequate supply of typically in-demand items for the Christmas season, such as poultry and pork. However, he says if there's a shortfall, arrangements have been made for them to be imported, similar to what was done recently with eggs.
Yes, we brought in 3 containers of eggs. There's additional 3 containers to come in. So you could see the industry is not, just playing footloose. We are recognizing where we are at, and if there are difficulties in the industry, we are making arrangements to cover any shortfalls that we might have locally. So again, when it comes to the eggs, there should be adequate supplies of eggs coming in for the holidays. So consumers again need not worry about that.
As it relates to vegetables, Mr. Paul says there's always some uncertainty because of the weather.
And I think that what we need to see is a larger number of entomologists coming into the industry who can advise farmers properly. Because, for instance, the pest profile tends to change once the rain starts to fall. And then sometimes if farmers are not using the correct herbicides or whatever, you can have problems to treat the pests that are actually coming on. So that is a challenge. At the moment, for instance, I can tell you that we see potato crops were coming on looking good, but you don't know if the weather was what can happen. So there are challenges, but we have to play it day by day at this time being so close to Christmas.
In sports, Kensington Oval has received a passing grade by the International Cricket Council as one of the host venues in the Caribbean for next year's T20 World Cup. ICC officials did a walkthrough and inspection of the facility yesterday. CBC's Anmar Goodrich-Boyce was there and files this report.
Kensington Oval has been tested, approved and trusted as one of the host venues for next year's ICC T20 World Cup. And this morning there was an inspection of the facility, and from all reports, officials are pleased with what they have seen. ICC's senior manager Tulsa Woodham described Kensington Oval as a world-class sporting venue and has expressed delight with the Barbados government and the Barbados Cricket Association for maintaining its high standards. He said at this stage the ICC is satisfied with Kensington as one of the host grounds.
We've had a good presentation this morning from BCA, also some government officials as well. So it was heartening to see that everything seems to be on track and where we would like it to be. We're reviewing, as I said, all the aspects of the venue to make sure that our requirements fit the purpose of what we need. So everywhere from players and match officials areas to media, hospitality, the ground itself, and even the training facilities which we saw yesterday. So we just want to make sure that we are here to deliver, and with our host Cricket West Indies, an exceptional, safe, secure and exciting and fun global event, which is what we want to do in 2024.
From a Cricket West Indies point of view, Head of Operations KJ Singh said a preliminary inspection was done in April, which covered areas such as the players' quarters, pitch, outfield, hospitality boxes and broadcast booths. And on this second assessment, the region's Mecca has passed the test.
It seems like everything is in place so far. From our venue inspection yesterday at the practice facilities, we're on track. And definitely here, as we're hosting the West Indies versus England tour, next up is here in Barbados. We have the privilege to bring the ICC to a almost completed stadium to host an international match, which they're pleased with. And from the indications this morning from both from COMI, BCA and government representatives, everything seems to be on track right now.
Singh said the T20 World Cup being held in the Caribbean provides the opportunity for the islands to improve their stadiums in line with the ICC requirements. He also revealed that digital boards and cable suspended camera systems will be in place, adding to the experience for viewers at home.
It'll be full 360 LED perimeter boards, in addition to LED sight screens being installed. As Tulsa mentioned, this is a world-class event, and like anywhere else hosted in the world, ICC are going to bring these standards in place to showcase Kensington, Barbados to the world. Spectators that run out of that opportunity to buy a ticket, there are going to be fan parks from a promotional and marketing perspective around the country, where big screens are set up and will bring that vibe. We're second to none in entertainment, especially from a cricket perspective.
After being the venue for the ODI final in 2007 and the T20 final in 2010, the main question is still to be answered: whether or not this iconic venue will host the final of the ICC T20 World Cup. Anmar Goodrich Boyce, CBC Sports.
And that's it for our news update. Our next newscast is Newsday at 12 noon on TV8, followed by The World at 1 via our radio network of stations on 100.7 FM, 98.1 The One, and 94.7 FM. Morning Barbados continues after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kia Lewis, General Practitioner.
It's time for us to connect with our Bajan Zafar. You know how that goes. They say there's a Bajan everywhere. And we have a Bajan who is representing for Barbados everywhere he goes. He just won a well-deserved award as Friend of the Consulate for his promotion of Barbados everywhere he goes at the recently held awards ceremony and independence celebration in New York. He is well known as Mr. Barbados and proudly says he would wear blue, yellow, and black if he could every single day. Also, an avid viewer of Morning Barbados. So let me say a special good morning to Mr. Roosevelt Corbin. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Tisha. Good morning, Barbados.
So wonderful to have you with us this morning. Now, I'm told you left the island some 45 years ago, but you are still all Barbadian and love to tell everybody that you meet all about the country. What drives this passion in you for your love of country?
Well, I just don't. I just go. I just pick it up and just keep flowing with it. I mean, I kind of say I like being that Barbadian kind of a guy. I mean, from the time I came to this country, which is back in 1978, January, specifically of 1978, and I never let it go. I kind of hold on to it and keep pulling strong. I love being that Barbadian guy and keep pushing my country forward.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. And you won this award quite recently. It must have made you feel really good to be able to be awarded in this way.
Yes, I was. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you and say I was quite surprised. Because I mean, I was at the function, the Barbados Independence Gala here in New York, which was held just Saturday night gone, and there I was at my table sitting with my wife and my wife Sharon, and the others around the table, and we were just having a conversation, and just hear them just say, the others around the table say, "Your name is calling. Your name is calling. They're calling your name." I said, "Calling my name?" They said, "Yeah, listen." I mean, I was right there, and I didn't hear my name, and oh man, I would say I was very elated. I'm very happy, and I was very glad to know that they honored me, and I must honestly admit to that one. Yes.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. And I saw all of the pictures from the gala. It was beautiful. So for those of us who weren't able to make it, I'm going to allow you to show off a little bit and tell us all about it.
That's me. I'm that Bajan guy. I really love being out there. I mean, once I'm out there and I get the pictures everywhere I go, I just take that picture. Once Barbados is involved, I'm good to go.
All right. Now, you're originally from Checker Hall, St. Lucie, is that right?
4 Crossroads, don't hide. Straight up, down north or up north, whichever. Checker Hall, St. Lucie, 4 Crossroads.
Listen, Vereen is saying good morning, Roosevelt. But Vereen is supposed to be here this morning because I understand Vereen is also in Barbados. She also is an avid Morning Barbados viewer. She's a part of the Morning Barbados chat group, and she's here in Barbados, and people are telling me, Patricia says, "Oh, Vereen is shy." I told Vereen, listen, you have to come in and say hi to the Morning Barbados family. So a special good morning to all of you. I know that you guys are a pretty close-knit family, almost like these little insulated communities. We move away and form, and still we're still so close. But when are we going to see you? When are we going to see you in the flesh here in Barbados?
Well, got a couple of things that are holding me up right now. I would love to be in Barbados as we speak. I'm one of those. You know that one they call craving to be home?
Yes.
I'm one of those.
What do you miss most about home? Because you look like the kind of fella that's stirring cuckoo, so I don't see that you're missing that.
I love coming home. I mean, like I always say straight, and I hope I didn't put it the wrong way. I always feel like a tourist when I come home. I drive up and down. I like going to the beach. I travel around Barbados like a tourist. I really enjoy myself, seeing my friends, enjoy myself, and be among my people. Especially when I go to the north and St. Lucie. Oh man, forget it. I'm at home.
What's that nickname? The nickname is Baco?
Baco. I don't ask me
where you get it from. Is it Baco or Baku? Which one? Because are they calling you
Bacco? Baco. I
don't know where I get it from. I thought they were calling you Baku.
Oh no. Get it right.
Where'd you get that nickname from?
I don't know. I remember growing up as a little young chap from very small, growing up with it. Seeing me now, you won't know I also was bull-footed. I don't know how I get straight, but they told me I was bull-footed. Those days when I had those kind of guys.
Back home,
But
there's a lot of people who would be happy to hear that you're straight. Don't worry about that, though. We won't touch on it. Your wife was sending a message a moment ago, too. So she says, congratulations on the award.
She's my queen. She's behind me 100%. I will give her that prop. Oh, there she is. Now she pop up here in front of me.
Is she also Barbadian?
No, she's from the island of Trinidad, Steel Band country.
All right. So you had to bring her into the Bajan fold. So at special occasions like Christmas, is it a fight, shark and bake and Korean roti versus cuckoo? What's going on?
Well, not really, I think we go along both as whatever I choose. I always say, honey, what would you like? Darling, what would you like? I always, we don't fight among the line there. We just decide we just go with each other. Put it that way.
Sound like a true Bajan man from Tekka Hall, just as we know them.
Yeah. I don't hide. Every time I'm on, I will shout out my folks and say, Lucy, I'm Tekka Hall all the way.
All right, that's wonderful stuff. Now, I know that there were a number of performances at the gala event over the weekend. I saw Terencia Kaur, TC, and a few other artists. How does it make you feel as someone who moved away from Barbados at 19 years old to still be able to connect in this way and really share a piece of your home and who you are?
Well, I enjoy being among my people. Honestly speaking, I love being among my people. I really, really do. And seeing TC there, you had the great, oh Lord, the red duty dog. He had you know what they call it, the little chihuahua? Exactly what he was. He tear the house down. The three that I saw there were just fine, fantastic. But Lil Rick, and then I had my favorite guy on that I took the picture with, Red Plastic Bag. Can't complain. I really enjoyed being there. The program was nice. They choose the right location. It was just on.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. I've not been back for that independence celebration in some years, but I most certainly know how it goes. Vereen, I'm not talking to Vereen. She's here in Barbados and didn't come to see me. So I'm not talking to you today, girl. You're on the back burner. Anyways, do you know it's my birthday today?
No, it's not. No, I don't know. Sorry.
Well, it's my birthday.
Sorry about that.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
So thank you very, very much. And it's wonderful speaking with you as well and connecting with all of you who are always online and a part of the Morning Barbados family. I'm happy that you were awarded in the way that you were. I know you work in Manhattan as well. So work today, no work today. What time are you heading out?
Oh, I go to work for 10 o'clock, so I still have time.
Yeah, you absolutely do. It's daylight savings time, so it's 7:22 here in Barbados, but it's after 6 in New York, yes?
Correct.
All right, well, good stuff. Enjoy your commute. And that's you and Sharon, your wife, at the event over the weekend?
Yeah. There's my queen, yes.
All right, that's your Trini queen.
Dearly.
Good stuff.
Yes. She makes sure to stay and back her husband 100% at all times.
That's good. It's good to see Trinidad and Tobago getting together for more than deciding whether we can fish for flying fish. So that one works. So.
Well, it works out well.
Yeah.
There's one clip I want to put in there that really had nothing to do with this, but I want to just slide this one in. We were in Wales about last year, I think it was. We were in Wales, Cardiff, Wales, last year, I'd say, and we were in this mall, we standing there taking pictures, having a nice time, and up pops this short white dude. Here we are taking these pictures in a nice, huge mall. And this man pops up and says, Bajan, training, in his Cardiff accent. I said, huh? He said, man, it was whatever listen to you all talking, and he says he know Barbados very well. I mean, I was blown away.
All right.
To
Well,
know here this
I
Bajans,
think Barbadians are the only people who don't think they have an accent, but we absolutely do.
Yes, we
So,
do.
and it's very, 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 very difficult to duplicate. So when you hear a Bajan accent, trust me, you know it. Absolutely. So congratulations to you once again. Thanks for sharing. Keep on keeping on. We love that you fly the Barbados flag so high. I don't know.
All the time.
Look at this Barbados shirt. I don't know. We might have to get the Prime Minister in here to question you about putting the people whole flag on a shirt. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I even have a picture with her, but I forgot to give it to you when I took a picture with my Prime Minister. I have a picture with her.
She belongs to you. You're Prime Minister.
My Prime Minister. I won't go that far. I'm not going to try to cause no trouble.
I saw a picture there with you, with Jaquila from Q100.7 FM as well, at Q in the community. Yes. So you make sure that you head out to all the events. Of course, Q in the community. Yes, that's Kimberly?
Yes.
No.
That's Kimberly.
Oh, good stuff. So you guys had a wonderful time. I look forward to seeing you when you get here to Barbados. Again, congratulations. Yes. And, we look forward to seeing you soon. And we know you're watching every single morning.
Thank you for Rhonda Hines Graham. She's a very good friend of mine. So I want to make sure I shout her out.
You're also a part of the Q family. When I hear these names coming up, I know that you're a big part of the Q family as well. When you start talking about Berkeley Sobers and Rhonda Hines Graham and all those people, then I know you're a member of the true CBC family. I'm sorry you couldn't be here for us this weekend because we're having a church service in honor of our 60th anniversary, and it would be wonderful to have some of you from the diaspora. We're going to be streaming as well, so make sure you tune in for that too, okay?
Always do. Even when I'm at work, I always stream in.
Yeah.
Oh,
I told that's a beautiful shirt with the coat of arms on it. Very, very nice. I told the others that that I am going to recite my favorite Bible verse at the church service Sunday. In God we trust, all others pay cash. I don't know if they're going to let me go up after I told them that's what I'm going to say, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm behaving badly now. All right, you have a good day. Get to work safely and continue to watch Morning Barbados. It's an honor to have all of you from across the diaspora so involved with what we're doing and still loving your country. So best wishes to you and yours.
Before I forget, I want to say thanks to those folks that are always online with me on Morning Barbados every morning. As you just said, we are a team together, always.
Yes. And I don't always keep up with all of your messages because you guys write a lot of messages. But I certainly check in when I can. So thanks again.
Thanks for having me on your program.
All right. Wonderful stuff.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much.
It's always wonderful to connect with people across the diaspora. I know one of my sisters watches every single morning and she's in Virginia. So good morning to you, Jackie. Yeah, but she biased position. She's watching her sister, right? Anyways, when we come back, we're going to tell you all about Dance Fest. We're giving you a review of everything that happened, and all amazing reviews are coming in. Trevor Prescott is in the house, and he is also here with, who else is with Trevor? Let me see. I can't remember. I think his name might be Kelvin Carvalho or something like that. Yeah, they're next, so stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kia Lewis, general practitioner and healthy lifestyle advocate. Good nutrition starts at home. So this school year, I want you to consider packing healthy, nutritious snacks and lunches for your children to carry, rather than having them buy them at school. And don't just pack things you think they should have. Have a discussion and come up with things that you both know they will enjoy.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good. Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So it's 7:29. Good to have you with us here on Morning Barbados. Welcome back. We have Trevor Prescott joining us. He's Special Envoy, Ministry of Culture in the Prime Minister's Office, and Dance Fest Executive Producer, and Kelvin Carvalho, Dance Fest Producer. Good morning, gentlemen. I see that you brought tons of gifts and they're behind you. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm being my usual troublesome self today because I have all the reason to. I'm going on holiday. So today is my last day being here for a little while. So season's greetings to you and wishing you all the best for the holiday. But let's get into Dance Fest.
We must honor your request.
Which is?
Your message is quite clear. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
It'll be followed by something that is material.
All right, good stuff. All right, so tell me, Dance Fest, from all reports, it was phenomenal. Before we get into the review, though, talk to me about what your vision was for this rebirth of sorts after such a long hiatus, to be able to bring dance at the community level back to Barbadians.
The title itself speaks volumes. Apart from the pause, so to speak, in the production, we thought that we should go back to the social rims of the society itself, the cultural rims as well, and at least try to restore and give rebirth to the actual event. The intention from very early was to engage those who are on the rims of the society itself in mainstream social and cultural activities. I don't want to go into all the sociological realities of why we did it, but what we did is we went into various communities. We structured the program in zones, and we went into various communities, and we sought to extract the current and the energies from the communities. I strongly believe, and others who were there, that the creative talent, the best talent, comes out of the communities where people are extremely humble. And sometimes poverty at least gives some positivity to creative, in the creative arts, to areas in life that we never felt that we were capable of exhibiting or displaying. I got in contact with Calvin very early, and I said, look, this is an idea which I have. I don't want the formal trained cultural artists so much. What I am seeing in Queen's Park, what I was seeing in at the time, we call it Bay Street, the Bastan, the Esplanade, Jubilee Gardens, what I was seeing in the Pine, the Ivy, and in the areas that many people describe as the ghettos of the society, I felt that they had a space that they ought to occupy in the arts as well.
Absolutely. Now, I know you guys work together a lot through the Israel Level Foundation and other grassroots organizations, if we can deem them as such, to be able to bring the type of dance that you talked about to the fore. Maybe not the classically trained dancing, but Dance Fest in its original state, when it started quite a few years ago, it allowed the young people to be able to showcase a lot of the dances, street dances that they loved. At that time, things like Pasa Pasa and so on were going. So what was your plan going in as producer, Kelvin, to be able to showcase this? I know you went into the various communities for people to be able to showcase and so on, but this was meant to be just that. Next year you're back to the competition, I understand. But this time around, what was your approach?
Well, the approach was to get to ignite that fire and enthusiasm within the communities. Because coming out of COVID and so on, people were still getting their feet back on the ground and so on. So going into the communities, it's like they have been waiting for it. Because when we went into the different communities, they were saying, Carvalho, we are glad to hear that. We're glad that it's back. So what do you want us to do? Right? And they would say, okay, I want you to just bring your talent, bring your raw form of talent, right? And it's a way for these young people to vent, And if you look at what transpired on Sunday at Copacabana, you saw all the social issues that we are encountering. You saw the changes that we would have gone through as a people from COVID-19. You had the disabled group. It was epic. It was an epic occasion, and we didn't leave any stones unturned. Right. So the purpose is to get these young people back in the front line. Well, back in the front line, in the mainstream of things, right, where they can feel free. And I always say, in a safe, brave space where they can truly express themselves.
That's important. Your plans, Trevor, after you tell us about your thoughts on how things went on Sunday at Copacabana. I know that you took the space outside, you took everybody outside into a space on the beach, which was a lot different from what we're accustomed to for dance here in Barbados. But again, so many different areas covered with this one event.
Well, that was a form of divine guidance. We looked at the traditional locations that we would go to, and we just found ourselves on the beach after the conversation I had with Kelvin Jones, and I said, look, I think we need to claim our own space. Yeah. And hopefully the committee will agree that we will continue to have the dance fest on the beach. It was like I felt I was on the eve of cultural perfection, just picking the location, which was appropriate, and people immediately, even on entering and observing where we were, everybody was, I love this place. And having the chairs on the beach, we used beach chairs as well to the front, and people were relaxing.
I wouldn't want lawn chairs on the beach, Mr. Prescott.
Huh? No beach chairs on the beach. We had upright chairs as well, but they were to the back, and then we had open space.
For dancing?
No, for any person who wants. There are people who would like to stand, and especially young people. Everybody don't want to sit. When people get a certain age, they want to sit and relax and so on. The young ones stood up. They dance, even though there was dance itself on stage. They danced, and there was a cultural explosion when the DJs came on as well.
Wow!
Right, but the setting was correct. The layout of the actual structure with the VIP section and the families that interact with each other all across the entire event was unbelievable. And it was like, I call it, it's the discovery of a national jewel that we intend to protect and preserve.
All right, good stuff. Kelvin, tell us quickly what dance did for you, and then I'm going to let you close off, Mr. Prescott. in telling us all about where you hope dance takes the youth of our communities.
Well, what dance have done for me? Dance have transformed my life totally. I remember dancing on the streets, you know, and we didn't really have any formal, well, what they say, formal training of dance. But Robert Weeks and would have taken us, the flip rock dancers at that time, and we were into the break dancing. So that was a man thing, you know, strong flips, spinning on your head and so on. And then it went into the Michael Jackson era with street jazz, and then the MC Hammer. And I remember Robert Weeks saying to me, Carvalho, you need to go to take some classes and so on. But my first real introduction to what we call formal training of dancing, African dancing and modern, was Tyrone Trotman, brother Tyrone Trotman. He was my first formal dance teacher, you know, and to honor him, because it's not about me really, right? But to honor Tyrone on Sunday was a very emotional moment for me, and Tyrone Trotman and Shelley Small, because we don't see. These people are in the trenches within the communities, and no one sees them, you know what I mean? And their contribution is tremendous, you know what I mean? The lives that they transform. So, I mean, it was only fitting for them to honor them, for them to be the first award is Dance Fest Awards of Honor.
Excellent.
Right? But
he wants to talk now. I told him we're bringing the interview to a close. You realize that, Mr. Prescott?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's getting into the passion, and we understand that. And we know that, you know, your submissions are quite lengthy, not only on the floor of Parliament, sir, but we beg you to indulge us in a quick wrap.
I'll try to. The event for me was dance plus, DJ class plus. We learned a lot. We were making our assumptions, but when we went into the communities, we learned a lot. It was like a social investigation.
Yeah.
And we discovered that there are many other things that we need to do to complement the personality of diverse persons who are involved in the arts. And we begin to discuss the issue of make it more developmental, right? Whatever the challenges that these young men and women are facing, we intend to address them as well. So we're talking about training programs for them. I even engage in discussions about job placements wherever I can. And I realize that obviously when people are born in humble circumstances, there are lots of material challenges and things of that nature. So the committee has agreed that the work has just begun.
Okay.
Right? The work has just begun. So we are hoping that we will preserve, because I call it the African strand.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Grassroots strand in the dance.
All right, MP Trevor Prescott, Special Envoy, Ministry of Culture in the Prime Minister's Office, and Dance Fest Executive Producer, along with Kelvin Carvalho, Dance Fest Producer. Congratulations on amazing, a fantastic, a phenomenal, as this one said, an epic presentation on Sunday. I saw all the posts. People were thoroughly pleased with the venue and more, as you mentioned. So thank you, gentlemen, for making the trek to CBC.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
To share with us. And we certainly look forward to all that it will bring in 2024. All the best to you and yours for the upcoming season as well.
Thank you very much. Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Season's greetings.
Give me notice early next time.
Paper planes. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, someone with a Vinci Trini Bajan link is on. That's next.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
My friend, you don't plan to get her? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
I'm Anne St. John, a consultant pediatrician. When packing healthy lunch boxes, do include a fruit, which includes a banana, apple, orange, or grapes to supply fiber. Aim for low-calorie packaged snacks without the mention of flour or sugar amongst the four ingredients on the back label. 1 in 3 children in Barbados is affected by overweight or obesity. Let us join together as parents and care providers to reduce the further development of this chronic non-communicable disease within our communities.
Kids Karaoke is a platform for young aspiring singers to shine and express their musical abilities. Tune in to CBC TV 8 on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. and repeat it on Saturdays at 2 p.m. and enjoy the performances of these talented young singers.
For the past 19 years, QFM has...
All right, 15 minutes now to go before 8 o'clock. They say time flies when you're having fun. And I most certainly am having a good time this morning. I hope you are as well. So help me welcome the two next guests. Day, no stranger to Mornin Barbados, no stranger to me, certainly. She's a creative director, songwriter, etc., etc. I could go on for miles. And she's brought along Kev Jones with her today. He's a singer, songwriter, artist from St. Vincent.
Yes.
Born in Trinidad, grew up in St. Vincent, spending some time in Barbados. So he's true Caribbean fella.
Correct.
In the truest sense of the word. Welcome. Good to have both of you with us.
Thanks
and
for
good to
having
see
us.
that you guys are color coordinated today too.
You know how it is. Black is a staple.
Doing the black and white thing.
It's my favorite.
All right, so good stuff. I had an opportunity to actually hear you on air, on radio last night. So that was my kind of first foray into you and your music. But I'm going to start with you, Day, only because this is our home. And it's good to start with the hosts and officially welcome. So talk to us about how the two of you met. You told me at the Mashel Music Academy, and then your collaborations or relationship flourished from there.
Yeah.
So talk to us about that.
Okay. Well, this is a full circle moment for me, I must say. Being here with you, first of all, you're someone that's really supported what I've been doing. And then Kev, we met years ago at the Mashel Music Academy in Jamaica. Digicel had the initiative to say, you know what, let's get a lot of Caribbean artists together and let's see what they can create. And that created a lot of lifelong bonds. Kev is one of them. And then out of that, I was able to connect with Mashel even more. So we ended up in writing camps in Togo, Trinidad. And we just kept going. He's come down to Barbados. He loved, people love Bajans, especially Trinis. Trinis love Bajans. So he's come down a couple of times and, just to write and work with us. I think sometimes as artists, we just see ourselves in our small little islands, but sometimes you have to zoom out and realize you're in a bigger ecosystem. And there's so much talent in the region, and it's just a plane hop away. So it's been great working with Kev. Kev is prolific. When I tell you, he could just sing. And I respect artists like that.
That's beautiful. Perspective. Perspective is what it's about. Absolutely. So tell me, Kev, I'm told that you've been performing from age 5.
Yes, I have. I grew up in church. My grandmother's a pastor. And the first time she found out I could sing, and she just overheard me singing or something, and she was like, well, you have to use that for the Lord. So every Sunday you're going to come in, you're going to sing a special for us. So since then I've been performing I traveled to perform for church and stuff like that as a child. And then eventually when I moved to St. Vincent, I discovered, other music and found out that I like it more. So that's how we're here today.
All right. Now you've performed, you've opened for quite a number of very popular Caribbean acts and so on across the time that you've been performing. But I think most importantly, you've also written for quite a few of them.
Yes,
so
I
talk
have.
to me about those connections and how you've been able to, land some of these big gigs, writing for Machelle Montano and Kess, and working with artists like Chantel Lane and Rhea Lane.
Yeah. So my first placement ever was writing for Cass. That was back in 2014. I was in school at the time. We brought Casey from Precision Productions to St. Vincent to do a ramp with us, and Daniel Vera and myself. Daniel is an artist from St. Vincent. We had a song, a demo that we did together, and Casey heard it and he was, what, I think Cass would be a nice fit for this, and he sent it off, and Cass liked it and he accepted it, and that was my first placement. And after that, I just kept, writing and networking with people and stuff, and the opportunity to go to the Machelle Music Academy came up, and that's where I met Machelle and was able to connect with Chantal as well. And through Day, I met Rhea Lane, and just
Simon Pipe.
Simon Pipe.
You've also written for Simon Pipe.
Yes, I had an EP with Simon Pipe last year called Resurrected. That's available on all platforms as well.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Dave, for people who don't understand how this works, because a lot of people look on when it comes to production, music production or general production or what have you, and they think, okay, here's the artist and maybe a songwriter. Possibly there was somebody who recorded it, but there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes to make this amazing music that we love and enjoy happen. So let's talk about the networking that really makes things happen behind the scenes.
Yeah, I love that question, and I love that he brought up the writing camps. I have been so blessed to have the opportunity to attend a couple writing camps, and it's definitely something I would love to see happen more here in Barbados, because they're so instrumental to building network, to building catalog, and to also seeing how other people operate, how they move, how they record. All these little things really help to fine-tune who an artist becomes. And so, yeah, it takes a lot. Is more than just, I can sing. You have to be able to, people have to like you. They have to like working with you. You have to be able to be on time. All these things come to bring a successful song. And Kev is one of those that, it's not just, okay, I write the song. He's going to film a video. He's going to make sure that, all right, let me link with a photographer. You have to be proactive in getting the people around you to get these things done. And that's where artists win.
How are you guys kind of passing it on? Because you're kind of like at a mid-range now. I mean, you started out, you were able to connect with Machelle, who was passing it on. And now you're at a place where I feel like you can reach back and bring a few newer artists along to share with them what you have garnered. So how are you working on bringing some new artists, some new producers, some new interests into the fold?
Well, I think discovering talent is also one of my talents. So before I even got certain opportunities, I used to always pull the youth in the community who I saw had a talent, or just displayed that they were interested in something. So my house, growing up, my mom's house was always like the hub for creatives to come to. So right now, one of the producers that I work with, his name is Pneumonia. He started producing at my home. I've had a bunch of attention artists pass through my house as well, and it's something that I continue to do now. So I spent the last 3 years in Trinidad, and I would have worked with some newer artists as well, helping them with songwriting, getting them beats, helping them to get into the studio to record, and even doing collabs with them. In October, I did a show called Victory Lap, where I featured a few new artists from Trinidad and Tobago as members of the cast. some of the youths from the east side, Gattabos, Prince Charles, a guy called Mantra, all young, upcoming acts that I enjoy the music, I enjoy the vibe that they bring, and I try my best to incorporate them in what I'm doing currently and try to connect them with people who are doing, bigger things than I am as well.
All right, good stuff. Well, this is about celebrating all that you guys are doing and what you've been able to accomplish. So, I mean, congratulations on all that you're doing. I'm told that your sound is a blend of dancehall, soca, and Afro beats. So I'm looking forward to hearing a little bit more from Kev. Right there?
Yes, correct. Listen, this is a treat for Barbados. Barbados, you're welcome. I brought Kev to entertain you.
She says you're welcome. Yeah. Thank you. Kev, I'm told you're going to do a little freestyle for me.
Yes, since it's your birthday.
It's my birthday.
It is. So I want to do something special for you.
All right.
And this
soft-spoken guys make me nervous. I mean, I can barely hear him huh? All right, go.
All right, so this one is called Sugar Rush, right? Mama, yeah, mama, yeah, mama, yeah, eh. Mama, yeah, you give me a sugar rush. Whoa, give me sugar, yeah, mama, yeah. Mama, yeah, mama, yeah, yeah, yeah. You give me a sugar rush, whoa. Give me sugar, yeah, yeah. People come and go only for the show, but I'll stay with you, yeah. See the ebb and flow, I want forever, make we rendezvous. Need you in my life like Lucy T. Girl, you're so fine, now you're so pretty. 911 emergency, somebody get a doctor, please. Mama, yeah, mama, yeah, mama, yeah, yeah, mama, yeah. You give me a sugar rush, mama. Give me sugar, yeah.
All right, good stuff. We're definitely looking forward to more. Sounding really good.
Thank you.
I'm loving it. And definitely, I can see and feel that blend that you're talking about with the Afro beats and a little reggae flavor and all of that in between. Don't say things you don't mean and can't back up, fella.
Because it's my birthday.
It's my birthday, right? Always wonderful to see you, Dave.
Nice to see you too.
Keep us informed about what's happening with you and what you're doing. I know you do lots of studio work and you do a lot of stuff online. I'm one of those people stalking you online anyway, so I feel like I know what you're doing every minute of every day anyway. And it's good to see you, Kev Jones. Where can we find you online? Are you Kev Jones online as well?
Yes, you can find me online at kevjones.mp3. It's KEVJONES.mp3.
All right, I'll be joining that too. All right, so all the best, season's greetings, and we look forward to seeing and hearing more about these collaborations all down the region.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Enjoy your day. And season's greetings, Barbados.
Season's greetings. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. And thank you so much for having us today.
Absolutely. Hey, we're going to take a break. It's that kind of time. We are wearing thin on time. So we're going to come back with what you going to give me for Christmas? They're going to stay. And you're going to get a chance to win. That is next.
Are you a youth group, 4-H club, school, Cub Scout, or Brownie Pack, or any organization or club with children ages 4 to 11 years? If yes is the answer, then we at Fun School, we're looking for you. Let's have fun singing, dancing, listening to amazing stories, doing craft, and so much more. I'm such a kid at heart. But to be part of this fun and exciting new season of Fun School, just simply send an email to Alicia Alves Grant at aagrant@cbc.bb for further details. Fun School is back, and we're looking for you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day.
What you gonna give me for Christmas?
Christmas.
All right, so it's time for the promotion. What you gonna give me for Christmas? You know the deal. I'm going to call out to somebody who knows who, and they have to answer their phone. What you gonna give me for Christmas in order to win? So dial that number. Let me see who I'm connecting with. I heard dial tone. Ramesses Brown is not in the house. You know, all circuits are busy. All right, so here we go. Come on, Flo, we're depending on you. It's ringing. All right. No answer. No answer there. We're going to have to dial the next number. So let's dial the next person. That person went off to work already. So who's next? Somebody with a name beginning with G. If your name begins with G, make sure you answer that phone the way you should, all right? Not a ringtone thing. Oh, no, we didn't get that person. Let's move down the list. Someone with a name beginning with E? That's next. We're going to try that number.
What are they giving me for Christmas?
Good morning.
Good morning.
And of course, you have the CBC News in the background as well.
Yeah.
Where are you located?
Rosette's housing area.
All right. So what we're going to give you for Christmas today is one $100 shopping voucher compliments A1 Supermarkets and Carlton and Emerald City. That's what we're going to give you for Christmas. So thanks for participating. What's your name?
Thank you all very much because I don't have anything.
Well, you win today. You can't say that anymore.
Ernesta Brown.
Ernesta, do you call me when I'm on 100.7?
Of course. This is my girl.
It's Tisha.
Oh, hey, Tisha, yeah.
Listen, so...
And I watch Mornin Barbados.
Well, I can hear Admiral talking in the background, so I know you're listening to the radio and watching the TV. Yeah, just to make sure you get in there. All right, well, thank you, Ernesta, and congratulations. Don't hang up. Our producers in the back will take your information, and you can receive a call. You'll receive a call from our marketing department as well. The CBC What You Gonna Give Me for Christmas promotion is brought to you with the compliments of BOP. Brings you joy this Christmas. Carmita's Deliciously Bajan Post Wireless World. Of course, the best dressed chicken, no antibiotics ever. Swiss, better because it's Swiss. A1 Supermarkets at Carlton and Emerald City. The Kingsley Store, Nichols Bakery, and the stations of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. We are out of time and overtime and all that. Day says she's never heard the song What You Gonna Give Me for Christmas. We're gonna have to school her on that. Pull it up on in the back as we go out. So coming up next Monday, we meet another Bajan Afar who will be in to discuss his autobiography. Maya Daniel and Ian Boyce will be here, and Merle Jordan is in to talk. Oh, they're playing the birthday song. Y'all turn that up. Yeah. So on behalf of the entire crew, have a great day today. I'm going off to celebrate my birthday, and I'm also going off on holiday. So all the best for the holiday season, and I'll see you, God willing, in the new year. Thanks for viewing. Have a good
Drop balloons, man, sweater for your birthday. Or get a date and dinner for your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
But you were.
Good morning.